Historically speaking, around 90 to 95% of deepfake videos are sexually explicit videos of women. So when we think about what role is artificial intelligence playing in digital violence, it's really becoming a threat multiplier or a threat amplifier, which means as AI gets easier to use and more accessible, we can imagine that that number is only going to grow with time if we don't see proper intervention. And so when we think about the real-world impact of digital violence, first and foremost, we have to understand that it doesn't stay online, but it also forces women and girls to self-silence. So they end up removing themselves from online ecosystems for their own safety. What happens online, it is not just a place for social community, it is also a place to participate in the economy, education, political discourse. You need to ensure that digital violence is treated as part of the ecosystem of combating gender-based violence more broadly. So when you look at what Spotlight Initiative, for instance, did in Zimbabwe, where the government ended up including in the Digital Protection Act violence against women and girls online. But then we have to also look at the design of these AI systems themselves. On the one hand, they're often trained on the data from the internet. What types of biases exist on the internet? All of that is getting reinforced in the algorithms that perpetrators end up using. Second is, what are the incentives of a lot of these algorithms, a lot of these platforms to keep people engaged? So we have to ensure that tech companies are designing safety from the get-go, and it's not an afterthought. There's an entire other cohort that needs to be invited to this conversation. At a policy level, we need to treat what's happening in the online world as just as serious and important as the offline world, because they are part of the same pipeline. At the end of the day, there's really no excuse for online abuse. We know the actions to take. We just need to ensure that we take them.